Jesus. They froze like Jackie froze. He just was gonna leave it. Who owns the house? The guy who owns the house. He was just gonna leave his friends in the snow, their bodies. He just wasn't gonna say anything. What? And then there's one part where he runs past, you know, the guy Pat, and he goes,
I'm dogging it, Pat. I'm dogging it.
Alicia and the rest of the lifestyle community not uploading vlogs and me uploading daily. I know, I'm not like interesting like them though, so.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Bitches. Jesus. They froze like Jackie froze. I'm watching T-Rev and I'm editing. I thought I'd start the vlog earlier instead of like later being like, hey guys, I've been riding the struggle bus. So I'm watching T-Rev, I'm sitting in his chat. There was a new there was a new story about, I'm gonna set this over here on the computer so you can see me better. No, that's not gonna work. I'm so sorry. This is me all the time. So I'm sitting here with Mr. Frank. Say hi, Mr. Frank. He's helping me edit and stuff. Daisy kitty. Daisy kitty. Anyway, so yeah. Sitting here, editing and whatnot. So I'm getting this shit together. I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do what I did yesterday and just link playlists. But, so yeah, the new thing that came out, and I saw this last night, T-Rev's talking about these guys, I guess, went over to watch a football game this past weekend and froze to death in their friend's backyard. And it was 3 dudes, and no one knew where they were, and they go to look for them, and they find someone finds the bodies, and they call cops, and they're just like, yeah, they froze to death in the backyard. They were partying, and they froze to death. What? Like Jackie from Yellow Jackets. Now, if you guys aren't a Yellow Jackets friend, because, you know, I'm an acolyte. Jackie was being stubborn and went outside and made a little fire to make everybody feel sorry. And her fire didn't work. And she cuddled up outside and she fell asleep. And when she was sleeping, she froze to death and died. I've heard that sometimes that when you get, when you freeze to death like that, that it does feel like falling asleep, that it'll feel like you're falling asleep. So I don't know, but I just eek, you know, find that interesting, you know, like. And then the other guy, he just was gonna leave it. Who owns the house? The guy who owns the house. He was just gonna leave his friends in the snow, their bodies. He just wasn't gonna say anything. What? So yeah, that's weird. So in the playlist, I'll try to remember to link some news stories. So yeah, getting this edited. My embarrassing vlogs that no one wants to watch. No. Being silly, yeah. So I'm here. We're here. We're editing and stuff. I'm going to put some speed. I did some art last night and I did screen recording. So I was like, I can stick that in there. I'm trying to find, now that I'm been doing this vlogging since Vlogmas, it's funny. There's these clips from Heavyweights. There's this like sequence where it shows I think his name's Ben Stiller, the guy who bought the camp. He's like, I'm dogging it, and he goes to go running, and he's running, and I'm like, oh, and the way he starts, I'm like, that's me at the beginning of Vlogmas. And then he's running by the guy Pat, who's the janitor, and he's like yeah, and he's running by him, and I'm like, oh, that's me realizing Vlogmas isn't that hard. And then there's one part where he's like going, yeah, and I'm like, me realizing that I'm gonna just keep vlogging past the new year, woohoo. And then there's one part where he runs past, you know, the guy Pat, and he goes,
I'm dogging it, Pat. I'm dogging it.
That's Alicia and the rest of the lifestyle community not uploading vlogs and me uploading daily. I know, I'm not, like, interesting like them, though, so. And I don't go anywhere, I don't do anything because of my brain tumor, my bad back, my migraines, my life. But we're getting that on track. I feel like I'm slowly being able to do more, especially, you know, with my business and stuff. This is great. So I got some stuff done with that, which is exciting. So I'm really hoping that, where's that clip? Sometimes I pull in clips and I'm like, what is this? I'm just really hoping I'll be able to move forward more and be able to feel more like a person, like, because, like, I feel like, because, yeah, I'm at home a lot and stuff, and it is weird. It does make me kind of weird, right? Well, I'm hoping that I'll be able to be more out in the world, you know, and do things as opposed to being in this house all the time. Yeah. It's a strange thing when you're in the house all the time with cats and stuff, and you can't get out very much because your body just limits you. But I'm really hoping that, like, I mean, I have my vitamins coming, and then, like, I got it pre-workout and stuff, so I would like to start going back to the gym. Like, years ago, me and Patrick used to get up at, like, 3 a.m., and we would go to the gym in the mornings and get shit done. I know, 3 a.m. sounds crazy, but we were getting up at, like, 3 a.m., going to the gym. We would get all of our shit done. Patrick would go to work. He'd get home. We'd go to bed early. We were on a really good routine. I've always struggled with my weight because of the tumor and how it affects my metabolism. But I'm hoping now that maybe my hormones are a little more under control and stuff, that it'll be easier for me to lose weight this time around. And I just got to get off of, like, you know, we eat out a lot. Let's just be real. And I do miss cooking, and that's one of the things, like, I'm like, my body doesn't let me do. So I got to figure out some ways around that so, like, we can be cooking. Because I'd like to do some cooking vlogs and stuff. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And I love to cook. My back just doesn't love it. And then, like, I've had a lot of trouble finding, like, stools and stuff to use to... Because, like, when you chop up veggies, I don't know about you and stuff, you have to use a lot of, like, your body. And I have bad SI joints, which are basically, like, part of the shock absorbers of your body. It helps stabilize you. And I know I can work on that and get stronger, and that is the plan. But I can only do so much. It's still going to hurt. I have nerve damage. It's still going to hurt when, you know, like, I'm having to stabilize myself while putting, you know, pressure down to chop up carrots and shit. I know. Sounds like that's stupid, right? But it's something that's hard for me because it's painful to do. And I got to figure out a way to minimize that and stuff. And I guess that's kind of the thing with me and chronic pain, is me just figuring out a way to work around the pain and minimize the pain, or work around it so I'm not in pain, so I can still do things. Because, yeah, I mean, I'm in pain, but it's not like it's, like, life-threatening. You know what I mean? I'm just uncomfortable. So I just got to figure out a way to navigate feeling uncomfortable from the pain, you know, so I can have a life and get what I want done. So, yeah. I thought today Pretty Basic was going to have their new podcast out, and then, like, I don't know, I saw where they said on the Snark Reddit they were, like, teasing out, like, a product. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I went to look and I'm like, where's their vlog? Oh. I don't know. I'm like, oh, I got a notification. No. Yeah, so. Yeah. It is Wednesday. Hump day, people. So much for starting the vlog early. Welcome to the evening. Our purple living room. I'm laying here. Oh my god, my migraine came back, you guys. Let me sit up. I thought I'd be able to vlog sitting down. Not gonna happen, so let's see. Okay. So, yes. What happened this afternoon? Awesome sunset footage. Took that on my phone. Yeah, I just worked on my website. In and out of having a migraine. Just so tired of my migraine and having my head hurt and stuff. It's just so annoying. Patrick's on his way home though from work, and he's gonna get me some coffee, so hopefully that'll help. I'm just like, and he's getting me some Excedrin. I've been taking Tylenol because the migraine medicine I normally take, I'm out of, and yeah, so it's just because I went through all of it because migraines. So yeah. Oh, Emmy, did you hear him? Timmy sounds like, especially when he was a kid and we first got him, he doesn't sound like a normal cat. He meows like, it sounds like a bird. He sounds like a bird where he's like, tweet, 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 and it sounded like a bird. When I hear him at night, and when he moved in with us, and I'm like, is that Timmy? To my mom like, yep. He sounds like a bird. He does not sound like a cat, which, thank God, because Noe he sounds like a banshee. Let's be real. You've heard him. He just looked over at me too, like, fuck you. Like, telling everybody I sound like a banshee. So, I got my vitamin order today. I got my order of green powder and my pre-workout energy that I like. Yawn as I talk about pre-workout. I yawn in the middle of it. Not a lot has been going on for YouTubes at all. Let's check that out together. That's something we can do together. Did you hear about that little boy that went missing and they found him? I forget what state it was. But they found him 48 hours later in the woods, and he was like clean and stuff, and now they're wondering like, well, what's going on? So I see that pop up. I did mention the 3 men who were in the backyard. I watched T-Rev's stream. I played that in the background while I worked on the website. He's got one of those streams, and it'll be in my playlist for what I watched today on the YouTubes. It really, like, it's a really cool hangout stream because you can pop in and out and have someone to talk to. And everybody's really nice and friendly in there. It's really fun to hear everybody's different opinions because he will take calls. He does unscreened, I say he does unscreened live call-ins, Art Bell style. He does Art Bell style call-ins where they're not screened. He just opens up the phone line, he takes the call, and if it's a troll, he just, you know, he lets him go, like, or he might troll back, like, you know, Art Bell would troll back sometimes. So T-Rev's got a really good personality, that, like, radio personality, but we don't listen to radio anymore, so it's like, almost like live streaming has become the new radio in a way, but it's interactive because we can, type in stuff and everything. Not editing that out. We all cough. We're all human beings. So, yes. Oh, another good stream, and I'll link that in my playlist. Let me link that there, because I already set up the playlist. I think this is a good idea for me. Like, if I'm just sitting around, I will have a playlist called What I Watched on, and then the date. And it'll just be all the videos, and I'll link them, but Dateline has a 24/7 stream, and so when I was having my screaming ass headache last night, I know, like, I don't watch the screen when it's on, and I can, the great thing about iPads and, you know, devices nowadays is they have this night shift, so I'll put it on night shift for me. If this is a tip if you get screaming ass migraines like me, but you still want something to kind of do, and it's not like a completely bad migraine where you're like wanting to, you know, yourself, over the pain. It's like, okay, I'm miserable, I can't focus on anything, but I need something to pass the time while I'm getting through this shit. If you're a person that lives with chronic illnesses, you know that drill, right? There's some times where it's like, you're just waiting for it to, like, the meds to kick in for the thing to pass. Philip, be nice. boy cats. I have 4 boy cats. So damn. So anyways, migraine tip. My side tangents. They have the night shift here on my iPad. They have them on the iPhones. So I'll just hit night shift and it gives a yellow tint to the screen. You guys probably know. Yeah, right? And so the blue light is what really will trigger my migraines. That's why we have colored lights going on in here. I have the pink. The pink is really good. So the pink doesn't trigger my migraines. Sometimes the blue will. So I usually do the purple. Before I got diagnosed with the tumor when I was growing up. Now, we're pretty sure I've had this tumor since I was a teenager. Because I've had these migraines on and off. And it would make it hard for me to read on like a white, like if I was reading a textbook and it was printed on white, like all textbooks, like black, printed on white. Philip, be nice to your brother. It's too late to be doing this. Come on. Don't give me that look. Here, play with the dynamite we were playing with. Yes. Cats, right? So anyway, so, I would get these migraines too when I would be like studying and whatnot. So, for a while I used to use tinted glasses so it would make the white not so harsh on my eyes, which kind of makes sense now. Anyway, so yeah, I'll do that and then I just adjust the brightness all the way down. Sometimes if it's real bad, I'll do that. Can't really see it. Oh yeah, you can. But I put the brightness all the way down and doesn't hurt my eyes. Especially, thank God, all these websites are moving to having a black screen. Dark mode. Dark mode really helps too, not triggering. And then my glasses also have like the blue light filter on them. So when I have the migraines, you know, I only really wear contacts when I do my makeup and stuff and I'm wearing the wig and looks like I'm going to actually work at Desert Mermaid, so yeah. The Dateline, so let's see what's going on over here. Okay, there we go. They do a 24/7 stream and you gotta be in it because you can't pause it or whatever. And they'll do like 30-second breaks and there's a chat going over here. Like, you see the chat over there? Yes, so a lot of the people in this chat are really cool. There were people like chit-chatting all night. Now, I wasn't chit-chatting in the chat. I was just kind of watching it. And everybody was super nice. And there was one person that was complaining about not being able to find someone to date. And this other person was giving them like dating advice and stuff. And everybody was being really kind. And then talking about like where they, you know, one person was talking about how they wanted a new job or whatever, and it was just really interesting. Everybody was just really nice, and then talking about the show too, and people being like, are you kidding me? Like, that was the fun part, because you know when you watch these crime documentaries like Dateline or 48 Hours and stuff, there always comes a part where you're like, what the fuck? And you're usually looking around your living room, your cat, your dog isn't as excited about it as this. So it's nice to have a chat where you like, I'll look in the chat and I'm like, yep, everybody is clocking what I'm seeing right now going on. This guy's guilty. So yeah, that was funny. We were doing that. There was this one, I forget the name of the case, but it was in California. And this guy, had some people that were trying to prank him and coming onto his property, and he just totally lost it and took his assault rifle, got in his truck and took off after these people and shot them and killed one of them. And it became like, well, you're in California, so there's no stand your ground state. These guys, there was no, excuse me, I'm burping. Ugh. Sorry, I am a gross human being, I've said. So anyways, so, the guys with the assault rifle said that they had a gun and shot at him. But there was, from what I understand, no proof of a gun. And so it was like, this guy just lost it. And he never, like, attempted to call the police. Like, the first time they came on their property, the second time was when he shot him. I think he called the cops, but it was just, it's a weird story. If I can find like some clips about it, I will link it. But it was just really interesting, and it was fun to like be in the chat and everybody going, this guy's guilty. This guy's lying. This guy's story is sus. What gun? There was no gun. The gun residue evidence was actually shoddy from the defense. Yeah, so. We should be used to this by now, right? Right, Frank? Right. So I'm sitting here. I'm watching. I'm watching Dateline. Like, there's the chat. There's the chat. Yes. So I look lovely too. Gotta get my shit together, but we got laundry going. They're working on the street outside. Everybody's keeping it moving. Yeah, struggled with the migraine last night. Finally went to sleep. Woke up this morning. Got on top of my pain and fell back asleep. You hear the construction? Yeah. And then, now I'm here. The migraine, I can feel it lingering, but I feel like it's mostly starting to go away, which is good, so. Oh, thank God. So, yes. And as always, I'm sending lots of love to all you guys. I will have what I watched on YouTube yesterday. Link for you guys below. I love you guys. And I hope you guys have fun doing whatever you're going to do today, tonight, till tomorrow, till I see you in the next vlog. I love you guys.